Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Expert Legion here. In today's video, we're gonna do some Specter tips, because I've noticed that actually haven't made any. I've always been making showcase, but I've never actually make a proper guide on, how to become a better player, a better teammate, right? So let's get straight into it, and let's not waste any more time. So for step one, right? Did you know that you can actually use your breathing to check for freezing? Right. You don't have to use thermometer. You can use thermometer if you like. Based on your device, for example, if you have if you're running on, let's say 1 bar on graphic, right? Then I recommend using thermo. But if you have a decent machine, right, you can check freezing using your breathing. When you enter the room, you can see smoke coming out of your mouth. So that's how you can actually check freezing instead of using a thermometer. I don't know if this goes in, this map has freezing or not, but you'll know when you see it. You can see breathing coming out. That's an indication of freezing, so you don't have to use thermometer at all. So that's tip number 1. Now we move up to tip number 2. If you're soloing, right, I recommend placing book in motion first. Now, why do I say place book in motion first? Because book takes a long time to write. Even if that ghost doesn't have writing, it's best to make sure that ghost either has writing or not, right? You want to go in, you want to place the book on the ground. Once that's done, you can do whatever you want, right? Because the book and the motion is already set. So if you come back into the house, you hear writing, okay, you can hear writing, you know for sure that's writing, right? If you hear motion sensor sound, that's motion sensor immediately. That's 2 evidence cross off easily in like the first few seconds if you're lucky enough, or if the ghost has evidence to those, right? So that's for tip number 2. Hold on, let's resume back to tip number 2. I want to show you guys something, right? So you have these things. So let's say you're in the ghost house, right? Make sure to combo them together. You can put them like that. So when the ghost goes over the motion sensor, there's also a chance of it writing as well. It makes it much better. But this is optional. You can place the book anywhere you like, but it makes it much easier to know that the ghost is there, right? But like I said, it's optional. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, that should be it for tip number 2. Now for tip number 3, on focusing on upgrading your equipment, right? Let me head back to lobby and show you guys that. So the reason why I said that is because I don't really care what the ghost is. Game, load quicker. Yeah, gen, whatever. So let's say, why do I say focus on upgrading your equipment first, then upgrading the van first? What I found out, a lot of people, what they tend to do is they upgrade the van, right? You only upgrade the van if you find yourself making the lobby most of the time, right? Because the better the van, the more stuff you can pack, right? But if you're finding yourself not being the party leader that much, I recommend putting upgrades in equipment. Now, the most important equipments that I would recommend for beginners to start upgrading is the ghost goggles. Why do I say ghost goggles? Because level 3 here, it makes the fingerprint glow, so you can see it much better, right? And the spirit box, ghost goggles, and crucifix is what I think are the 3 most important ones to upgrade. Okay, and then from there you can do your miscellaneous upgrade, whatever. Oh wait, yeah. After that, best to upgrade is goggles first, spirit box second, unless you're finding yourself holding the spirit box a lot of times, and focus on that first, and then the goggles. And then the crucifix would be third, because it could help save your team, and it could prevent the ghost from hunting for 25 seconds after using it. And the 4th thing I recommend upgrading is the motion sensor. Not only you can upgrade to level 3, which slows down the ghost by 30%. At roll frequency waves temporarily slows down detected ghosts. I believe this is when it's hunting, so it slows down the ghost. It saves you. not only it slows them down, but it makes the radius of those bubbles bigger. So usually it's really small, but you upgrade it, it makes it really big. It can cover a whole hallway. So that's very good, right? So those are the equipments that I recommend upgrading. Hold on, let me just turn this down. There we go. I like to have the music playing. Right. So that is it for tip number 3. Now we move on to tip number 4. Focus on leveling instead of spending monies on crate. Now why do I say this? Why do I say focus on leveling? Now, if you're willing to put some time into playing this game, right? That's your choice, right? I'm not forcing you. If you feel like playing, keep playing. Now, why do I say focus on leveling first? Because every time you hit level 100, you can prestige once. But every time you prestige, you lose money. Not only your levels get reset, but you lose money. Like, let's say you have 1 million, for example, and you prestige. All that 1 million is gone. So use that money as much as possible on upgrading. This is going back to tip 3. Use that money to upgrade, right? If you find yourself out money and you want prestige, go ahead and prestige. Make sure you spend all your money on crates, right? How much money you can spend, go for it. Once that's done, you can prestige, so you don't lose any money. Or you lose some, but not that much. You get the idea, right? That's why I said focus on leveling. Not only every time you prestige you lose money, but you also gain increased income and increased XP gain. Prestige, every time you prestige, you gain, like I said, increased XP, increased money gain. So once you hit max prestige, which is really easy to get, right? You can find people on the periodic game Discord. Or you can find, you have friends, much better. If you're solo, I'm sorry, but if you have Discord, you can join my Discord server. I'll do my best to give you a guide through and help you out if you're willing to learn. Okay. So spending money on like the crates and early on is kind of useless, right? Once you add early on, I meant here like prestige 0. Okay. Unless you're prestiging, then you can start spending it, right? Just to get rid of that money. But I meant like in the middle ways when you're leveling up. I don't recommend it. Rather put that money into upgrading your equipment first, right? But that is it for tip number 4. Tip number 5 is pretty simple to do. Let me just launch a random game here real quick. Now, when it comes to spirit box, instead of typing the question out, like say, where are you? Okay. And you type it out, right? It takes a lot of time. You want to be quick. You want to go in. You want to find the ghost. You want to get the evidence as fast as possible. Unless you want to play, slow, then that's okay. It's your play style. I'm not blaming you. It's up to you if you want to incorporate this into your play style. Okay. You can copy and paste, and it works that way, right? You can copy, like, where are you? And the ghost will respond. Yes. But if you copy and paste for many times, let me show you. Wait, we don't get any more? Oh. Usually you get chat cooldown. Yeah, you get chat cooldown. You must wait before sending another message, right? You usually get chat cooldown. There's a way to bypass this and continue to ask ghost questions by doing /E. Now /E is the emote button, as everyone knows. It makes you dance, right? But you can actually use it to respond to the ghost. Let's say /E, where are you? Right? You can copy and paste that, and you can spam it, and it doesn't restrict you. The ghost command still goes through. The ghost will eventually respond to you as long as it is a spirit box ghost, right? You can continue spamming, blah blah blah. After a while, let's say 5 to 7 seconds, you don't get any response, then that's not a spirit box ghost. But if you do get a response, good. There you go. Now you have spirit box. So tell your team, hey, I got spirit box. So this is a great way to spam, right? You can do /E, where are you? And you just continue spamming. My apologies though if you are a console player, because I know you guys don't have access to chat, which kind of sucks. But yeah. But if you're a PC or mobile player, you guys can download like App Store, from the App Store, like copy and paste keyboards, if I remember correctly. And you can just do /e, where are you, whatever command you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be where are you. It could be how old, whatever the ghost questions are, right? You can do how old, and you can just continue spamming till you get a response back. Pretty helpful, and it doesn't give you chat cooldown either, which is even better. Well, yep, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 5 tips. If you guys want more tips video on Specter 2, please hit that like button. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button as well. I'd really appreciate you guys' support. And as always, everyone, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.